Yeah, you read that right. I planted a Monstera inside of a guitar, and I'm going to show you how I did it. I had this old bass laying around, and I've been toying around with the idea of mounting a plant on something that you wouldn't normally see. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to make this project work, and it kind of just fell into place as I was building it. Great example, I saved these bass strings to later attach the plant to the guitar itself. Now let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is take off all this hardware and old electronics. We could throw all these old electronics in the trash because we obviously don't need them. But as far as the hardware, let's hold on to that stuff and repurpose it later. Once I got all the parts off, I realized that the area where the pickups were is the perfect base for the plant. I decided to paint the body flat black. Instead of removing the neck, I just decided to tape that shit off. I gave it a little sanding and wipe down and then hit it with a flat black. Took about 2 coats. I went with a metallic gold for all the hardware. I thought it'd be a nice clean look. But then I decided that's not metal enough. Let's make it all black. I don't know shit about a cricket, so I had my amazing wife make me a decal of my logo. Next, I drilled some holes through the body of the base wide enough to make sure that the strings could fit through it at least a few times. Because we have a living plant on this guitar that's going to be watered occasionally, I want to make sure the whole body is completely sealed. I've used Flex Seal in the past in other projects and I've had great luck with it. I hit the guitar with a few coats of clear. It ended up drying with this kind of bumpy texture on it, but honestly, I thought it was really dope. Even though we've completely sealed this thing, I still want to add a little weed barrier into the holes where the plants are going to be for a few reasons. The weed barrier fabric will allow moisture and air to pass through, which helps prevent root rot and allows for some air circulation. Also, if I ever decide I wanted to remove this plant or something happens to it, it will make it a lot easier to take it out. Now let's reattach all that repurposed hardware. I'm super stoked on the black on black. I'm glad I decided not to go with the gold. For the plant donor, I went with a Monstera et Insanii. It's got a killer vibe and its compact size makes it perfect for this project. We want to make sure we get this thing out of the pot without damaging any of the roots. And once we do, we're going to give it a bath and get all that nasty soil off. For the base of our plant, we're going to use sphagnum moss. We want it to be super damp, but not soaking wet. Next, I filled each of the pickup holes with some of the moss. Don't pack it in too tight. We want to make sure there's enough room for air circulation. I added more moss on top, making sure I had enough to cover all the roots of the plant. Once I added the plant, I covered the roots with even more moss to make sure they all stayed moist. Those guitar strings that we saved earlier, now we're going to take them and feed them through the holes and around the moss to seal it in like a cage. One last test to pick it up and see if anything falls out. It's feeling pretty solid. Let's spray it down with some water and then hang it up. Man, I am beyond stoked with the way this thing turned out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more plant hacks that don't suck.